A recent headline in USA Today read, "Consumer unease with U.S. healthcare grows." And it's no wonder. Americans are rapidly becoming the heaviest people on earth, with overweight Americans now significantly outnumbering those who maintain a healthy weight. 61% of Americans are overweight. Americans pay more for our health care than any other country in the world, paying out over $1 trillion in 1997. Healthcare costs are spiraling so quickly that the Healthcare Financing Administration predicts that by 2030, Americans will pay over $16 trillion per year. Recently, the World Health Organization ranked the U.S. 37th best in the world in healthcare system performance. 60 million Americans suffer from some form of cardiovascular disease. According to the World Health Organization, 303 million people worldwide suffer from migraines. 1 out of 13 Americans now has diabetes, and the numbers are still rising. 60 million people a month have heartburn.
Well, for the last 9 years of my life, I have been suffering from Crohn's. I was 10 years old when I started having symptoms, which is blood in my stools. I didn't know what it was. I've been to numerous doctors throughout the 9 years of my life that I've had it. I have been on numerous medications, Asacol, Colazol, and each doctor that I've seen has told me that I needed to take 9 pills a day. And once I figured that out, in my head, 9 pills a day, that's a lot. And I started worrying, what is it doing to my liver? What is it doing to my body? My parents didn't know what to do, so they just said, take your medicine. That's what the doctors say.
I have experienced migraines for over 4 years. I've had 6 different doctors, 2 different neurologists, and finally went to a pain clinic. Throughout the last 4 years, I've had multiple shots and surgeries and, like I say, many different types of drugs. It got to a point where I couldn't do anything at all. I was pretty much stuck in bed 24/7.
In January 2006, I had a quadruple bypass. It turned out I had diabetes and didn't know it. I'd been taking Nexium for about 10 years at that point. Had a sleep disorder I was taking medication for. And I weighed about 275 pounds. They put me on high blood pressure medications and Lipitor and all sorts of things. When I talked to the doctor, he said I could expect to be on this stuff for the rest of my life.
I've had a long bout with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue for over 15 years. My health would get better with supplementation and some alkalizing products. I was seeing some results, but with stress and just, everything that comes at you through life itself, I couldn't get above water. I would just feel like I was drowning in a sea of, no hope.
A 35-year-old Japanese company is trying to make sure that you don't end up being one of these statistics. And Nagic is using a technology that turns ordinary tap water into what many are calling magic water. They do this with continuous ionized electrolysis water generating systems. These truly remarkable machines have been certified by the Japanese Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare as a medical device and are used in most hospitals and clinics in Japan. They are also endorsed by the prestigious Japanese Association of Preventive Medicine for Adult Diseases and are the only company with an endorsement from this group of medical doctors. Water makes up 70 to 90% of the human body, including 95% of blood plasma. Many health authorities recognize that dehydration is one of the most common causes of illness. Chronic dehydration is often part of a chronic disease process.
3 months ago, my parents brought home this Kangen water, which we call magic water, and I started drinking it. My parents did not know that I started to do this, but I didn't take my medicine. I started drinking it and I stopped my medicine. No more 9 pills a day, just dropped it. I wanted to see if it would actually work. And lo and behold, it did. I have no more blood in my stool. I've been on the water now for about 3-4 months.
By the third or fourth day, I experienced where I wasn't having horrible migraines. So then I just, said, oh, it's just the spinal cord stimulator that's working. It's not the water. Well, I got a little brave and turned off my spinal cord stimulator, and amazingly enough, I didn't have migraines. A week went by, I still didn't have migraines, and I guess it was about a month later that we finally bought our machine. And it's amazing to me that this water can do anything. It fixes everything. Our health is so much better. My health is so much better. And I'm happy to say that over the last 30 days, I just had surgery to take out the spinal cord stimulator.
I bought a 501 machine, September, and by October, pardon me, I'm getting choked up. My diabetes was gone. Blood pressure normal. And my knee healed itself. And I got off of all my medications. My energy levels have gone up through the roof. My constipation's gone. My hemorrhoids are gone.
My fibromyalgia is so much better. The chronic fatigue, I danced a month ago at my daughter's military ball. I was up there longer than some teenagers, that's amazing. The acid reflux, it took about 4 or 5 months. It wasn't gone like some people say theirs has. Just being able to experience life and not be a recluse in a cave anymore is just awesome.